Sunrise broke over Subi Bay in a blaze of gold and orange, painting the sky with hope and promise. The first rays of light shimmered across the calm waters, signaling the start of a day that would be remembered for generations. The world held its breath, as if time itself had paused to witness what was about to unfold. News headlines were already flashing. Philippines welcomes 40 French patrol boats. A new era begins. Across the nation, televisions flickered with live coverage, and newspapers sold out within hours. The air was thick with anticipation, every heartbeat echoing the tension and excitement that gripped the crowd. Reporters stood by, microphones ready, as the sky brightened and the first silhouettes appeared on the water. The mood was electric, every camera lens focused on the horizon, eager to capture history in the making. People gathered at the docks, eyes fixed on the horizon, united by a sense of pride and curiosity. Families, officials, and veterans stood shoulder to shoulder, sharing in the moment. Even before the boats could be seen, their low engines hummed through the morning mist, a distant promise growing louder with every passing second. There was a sense of history in the air, a moment when everything would change, when the future of the nation seemed to pivot on the arrival of these vessels. Flags snapped in the dawn wind, their colors vivid against the glowing sky, a symbol of unity and hope. Soldiers and sailors stood in precise lines, their uniforms pressed and spotless, embodying discipline and national pride. The scent of salt and fuel mixed with the fresh morning air, marking this as no ordinary day. Cameras flashed, capturing every smile, every tear, every moment of anticipation. Children waved small Philippine flags, their faces lighting up as the first patrol boats neared the shore. Their laughter and cheers rang out, adding joy to the charged atmosphere. As the sun rose higher, the water seemed to come alive, sparkling with the energy of a nation on the brink of transformation. The world watched as a new chapter for the Philippine Navy began, right here, on the edge of the South China Sea. It was a day of hope, pride, and the promise of a stronger tomorrow. The first boat cut cleanly through the waves, its hull shining silver in the sun, a beacon of modern engineering and maritime strength. The sunlight danced across its surface, highlighting every curve and line, as if announcing its arrival to the world. Behind it, a perfectly spaced line of 39 more followed, moving in tight formation with precision and discipline. The synchronized movement of the fleet was a testament to countless hours of training and coordination, each vessel holding its place as if part of a single, unified force. Each was marked FPB 98 MKI, sleek, modern, and ready for any challenge. Their hulls gleamed with fresh paint, and their design spoke of speed, agility, and resilience, built to withstand the toughest conditions at sea. Their engines roared, but they glided with grace, a powerful sign of technology and teamwork. The water parted before them, leaving a trail of white foam, as if the sea itself welcomed their arrival. From afar, the boats looked like a fleet of dolphins, swift and strong, moving together with purpose and unity. Their formation was both beautiful and intimidating, a clear message to friend and foe alike. As they drew closer, the details became clear. Sharp bows, armored windows, and bright Philippine flags fluttered from each mast, symbols of national pride and unwavering resolve. Painted blue and white, the boats were both beautiful and built for action. Their colors reflected the sea and sky, blending strength with elegance, ready to respond at a moment's notice. Crowds cheered as the lead boat reached the pier, their excitement echoing across the harbor. Families, officials, and children waved flags, their faces filled with hope and pride for what these new vessels represented. French and Filipino sailors stood side by side on deck, hands raised in salute, united in purpose and camaraderie. Their partnership was visible in every gesture, a living symbol of international cooperation. The boats slowed, lined up, and then anchored in perfect unison, their movements choreographed like a well-rehearsed dance, impressing all who watched from the shore. It was a sight few would ever forget, a moment of pride, unity, and hope for the future, etched into the memories of everyone present. 40 new guardians for the sea, ready to protect, patrol, and serve. Their presence promised safer waters and a stronger maritime defense for generations to come. The symbolism was clear, a promise of safety, partnership, and a strong new navy for the Philippines. Together, these vessels and their crews marked the beginning of a new era on the open sea. On the shore, emotions ran high as people gathered to witness a moment that would shape their future. The Secretary of Defense wiped away tears of pride, overwhelmed by the significance of the occasion and the unity it represented. Local mayors smiled and shook hands with French diplomats, their gestures symbolizing a new era of cooperation and friendship between nations. These boats were not just machines, they were hope, security, and a sign of growing power for the entire community, promising a safer tomorrow. Navy officers stood tall, their chests swelling with pride as they welcomed their new fleet, ready to defend their waters with renewed confidence. Fishermen from nearby villages watched with wide eyes, their faces a mix of awe and cautious optimism. For years, they had worried about illegal boats and pirates, threats that haunted their daily lives and livelihoods. Today, they saw the Navy's new strength and felt safer already, knowing that help was finally close at hand. "Now we can work without fear," one fisherman said, his voice shaking with relief as his family listened nearby, sharing in his newfound hope. French sailors and engineers mingled with their Filipino counterparts, smiles crossing language barriers and friendships beginning to form. They pointed at equipment, shared laughs, and posed for photos, capturing memories of this historic day. This was more than a delivery. It was the birth of a partnership built on trust and respect, a promise to stand together in the face of challenges. The cheers and applause echoed across the bay, uniting everyone in a shared sense of accomplishment and joy. For everyone gathered, officials, sailors, and families, today was a day to remember, filled with pride, hope, and the promise of a brighter future for generations to come. The new patrol boats are more than metal and engines. For the Philippines, they are a shield. They mean safer waters, stronger borders, and a navy that can stand tall. After years of worry and threats from outside, these boats show the world that the Philippines is ready to defend its home. National pride was on full display. The boats carried the flag, a symbol of freedom and unity. People felt it deep inside, a sense of ownership and confidence. For young sailors, these boats meant new careers and new chances to serve their country. Security matters to everyone, from fishermen to school children. Now the Navy can respond faster, stop illegal fishing, and protect the country's rich seas. The message was clear. The Philippines will not be pushed around. Its waters and people are protected. For many, these 40 boats are a promise of peace, safety, and a better life for all who call these islands home. This day was also about friendship. France and the Philippines stood together, not just as partners, but as true allies. French engineers and Navy officers worked hand in hand with Filipinos, sharing knowledge and building trust. Training began even before the boats arrived, with French experts teaching Filipino crews every detail. Together, they learned how to handle the new technology, read the advanced screens, and work as one team. Language was not a barrier. Gestures, smiles, and respect carried the day. Jokes were shared over coffee, and bonds strengthened with every lesson. The two countries celebrated more than a deal. They celebrated a future built on respect and shared goals. France brought modern boats and expertise. The Philippines brought passion and courage. Together, they formed a force for peace in the region. As the sun climbed higher, officials from both nations spoke of unity. They called it a partnership for peace, a promise to stand together, protect the seas, and build a safer region for everyone. A day on a patrol boat starts before dawn. The crew checks every system, radar, engines, radios. Everything must work perfectly. The captain gives orders. The crew pulls on life vests and prepares for action. The boat leaves the dock, slicing through the waves toward open sea. The patrol boat is always on watch. Crew members scan the horizon with binoculars. They track ships, looking for anything unusual. Sometimes a call comes in, illegal fishing spotted, or a boat in distress. The crew responds fast, moving with skill and speed. On one patrol, the boat finds a group of fishermen using band nets. The Navy warns them, explains the rules, and protects the fish. Another time, they help a small boat caught in a storm, pulling the crew to safety. Every day brings new challenges, but the team is ready. These new boats make every mission safer and faster. The crew knows their job matters. They protect the sea, help people, and serve with pride. The FPB-98 MKI patrol boats bring the latest technology. They have powerful engines making them fast and agile. Their radars can spot threats from far away. Cameras and sensors give a clear view, even at night or in rough weather. On board, crews use digital maps and real-time tracking. They can call for help or report problems with just a push of a button. The boats are also tough, built to handle big waves and long days at sea. This means safer missions and stronger defense. Training with the French experts has paid off. Filipino crews learn to fix problems quickly, use the new equipment and plan smarter patrols. They share tips and stories, building a team that is ready for anything. Now, the Philippine Navy can move faster, reach farther, and keep the country's waters safe like never before. Technology and teamwork are their best weapons. The impact of the new boats is already clear. Fishermen say they feel safer. We see the Navy more often now, says a village leader. We can fish without worry. Students learn in school about the new patrol boats and dream of joining the Navy one day. Community leaders tell stories of quick rescues. Once, a storm hit a small coastal town. The new boats arrived in time, bringing food, water, and medical help. Families waved and cheered as the sailors came ashore, grateful for their bravery. Environmentalists also cheer the change. With more patrols, illegal fishing and poaching are down. Protected areas are safer, and marine life is starting to recover. The Navy works with local groups, teaching people about the sea and how to care for it. For many Filipinos, these boats are more than ships. They are heroes, protecting lives, nature, and the hope of a better tomorrow. As the sun sets over Subi Bay, the new patrol boats rest at anchor, their flags still flying. The day has brought hope and pride to every corner of the Philippines. The Navy is stronger, the people safer, and the partnership with France shines as a beacon of trust. Unity is the true victory. Filipinos and French, young and old, have come together for a common goal. The patrol boats are a promise to protect, to serve, and to build peace in these beautiful waters. Children wave to the sailors from the shore. Officials speak of dreams for a safer, better nation. The Navy stands ready, their new fleet gleaming in the twilight. This is the dawn of a new era for the Philippines. With courage, friendship, and hope, the future is bright. The sea is safe, and the nation stands proud, united and ready for whatever comes next.